know you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Could you stop licking my neck? Stop. Could you stop it? Stop it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, off. Stop slipping me the tongue. Hi and welcome to episode 75 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Patch says hi. Arya's taking a break, aren't you? Because you've been a nightmare. His new name is Terry the Terrorist. Aren't you? You're a terrorist. I know you've been such a good boy. Can you stop licking me? Stop licking me, I'm allergic. Are you finished? I am wearing, apart from Patch, stop it, my summer t-shirt by Vera Sanin. I love this top. I think I might need to make some more. I wear this quite a bit. It is knit in drops cotton merino in the shade Heather. Yeah, so this is one of my favourite tops. I do wear it all the time. I might need to make some more. However, it won't be anytime soon. Let's just put it that way. How are y'all doing? I hope you're well. Sorry for the sugar. Patch is a way to harass Andrew. Things have been good. Miss Arya has done her 5th donation for the Pet Blood Bank. Mr. Patch has officially become a supporter. So Arya gave her 5th donation at the Pet Blood Bank on Sunday, which means she did get her 5 units badge. Stick a picture in. And she got a lovely new dog lead, which advertises that she's a blood donor. And Mr. Patch got his supporter bandana. I don't think anything else has happened. I have been spendy. I'm not even going to apologise because I'm no sorry. I may or may not have bought some stuff. A lot of stuff. Yeah. So, getting back on track. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have a Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. You'll find make-alongs and chatter and stuff in there. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which I very rarely update, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We are running 2 make-alongs at the moment. The first one is the hashtag ABP StashSmash 2023. It's basically for anything that you make. Let's be honest, that's what it's there for. So you can brag that you have made used X amount from your stash. Stash is however you want to describe your stash. You can impose rules on it has to be stash used for last year. Personally, if it's in my hands, it's stash, it's taking up room. Yeah. That is open to any craft whatsoever where you can measure it in meters. Yeah. The next make-along is the ABP Star Flanket KAL. That started on the 1st of January. It does end on the 31st of December. And all you have to do is make a star flanket. You don't even have to finish the star flanket. You can just start it. Yeah, that's it. That's the McLochlainns. This week we have Podcast Corner coming in, going out, StashSmash whips and lined up because I can't help myself. May or may not have. I fell down Stephen West rabbit hole. I was practically having to like send out an SOS to the Zoom ladies to get them to come and rescue me. Yeah, that was a thing that I did. In this week's podcast, there is Tunisian Crochet. There is pretty much just none. And time stats for each section can be found in the description box below. So, I have found 2 new to me podcasts. Obviously, one of them was actually a new podcast last month. I have mentioned her before. It is Chris from England. Cannot remember where in England. I could just look it up, which would have been easier. Chris is from Teesside in England. Absolutely love Chris's podcast. So yeah, I will leave links to the podcast down below. Go over and check them out. They are lovely peoples. This second one is the lovely Samantha from Chaos and Kismet. Again, I'll leave links down below, up there. Samantha used to stay in Fife, in the exact same town as we used to live in. She now lives in Wolverhampton in England, and I love Samantha's podcast so much. Wee bit late watching this week's one because of stuff. However, I'll leave them both linked down below. Go over, give them a like, give them a subscribe. Dude. Yeah, so go and give them a look. What the heck? It's my ends. I've not cut my ends off. Oh, no, either. Yeah, so that is 2. Obviously, all of the podcasts that I watch are linked down below. As always, they'll always be linked down below. He's very needy. All the details will be linked down below. Go over and give them a watch. As I said earlier, I've been buying stuff. I'm not sorry. Absolutely love all the stuff that I've bought. Actually, some of them weren't actually bought. Some of them were actually a gift for Mother's Day, which was last Sunday. However, the vast majority of them I bought. So, first of all, oh, that's not the right one. My Switch Yarns, Year of the Sock. This is the April one. Look how pretty that is. Absolutely love it. And it smells amazing. Do you want to smell? He's learning. I know very well. I still have to chase him about. Skeins he's not too fussed about. Many skeins that have been balled up, they are literally like fish treats for dogs. Mouse Switch Yarns, handmade by Poppy and Mouse. This is the April colourway. I am going to cast this on. What's that thing about never wanting my children and animals? I'm going to cast these on. We are on the 29th of March. I've not started my March socks yet. I'm still doing February socks. It's a thing. But I'm going to cast on my April ones. I'm not wanting to get too far behind that I'm not going to be able to catch up. So, I'm going to be casting these on later on. I will show you later what I'm going to be making with that. The next ones, I need to remember which bag I put them in. Yes. So, as you know, Mandy dyes a colour for each month. And then she dyes up yarn to go with it. So, these are some of the ones, obviously, as you can tell, it's in a project. This, again, Mouse Witch yarns. How pretty is that? Not gonna lie, absolutely loving it. This is Rainy Day, so that's number 1. The next one, I need to remember which way it goes. Next one is April Showers, which is this one. Look how pretty that is. Again, show you that. April Showers. These are all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. So I've got those two. Look how pretty. Look how pretty that is. The next one, so that was number 2. Number 3 is this one. It's no as bright. Is it? I don't know. Could be that bright. Who knows? This one is After the Rain. So they are going to go with that. How pretty does that look? Is that better? There, that's better. So they're going to go like that. And then the next one is this. Love it. Now this one is called Sunshine. And all 4 of these are going to go in. Actually, I won't. I'll show you in WIPs. I'll be mean. I'll show you in WIPs what they're going to be. So they're already in a bag. In a bag. And while I'm in this bag, I need to check. So they're definitely no on there. I've lost needle stoppers. I have absolutely no idea on which project I put those needle stoppers in. But I can't find it. So that is all my yarn from the lovely Mandy. Is it? Yes, it is. And I'll stick that back in there. So that is all my lovely yarn from Mandy. About 500 grams. It is what it is. 2,000 metres. My next purchase, I will need to stick a picture in of everything that I bought. I'm not going to lie, I did forget what I bought. In the picture down at the bottom, you will see badge. Now, I don't think I can get it to show properly. Can you read that? No. It says, it's way too peoply outside. So that is going to go into my project bag that I got from that I got from Mandy from Mouse's Makes. And my next badge. I didn't buy this, I was given this by Denise. It's a dear design. There's no reflection on that. There. No, dear designs. So I'm going to stick that on here too. Still no straight. So I've got my the reflection. I like Big Balls badge from Denise. My Dear Designs bag, my Yarny Corner badge, the Rusty Ferret badge, and my Denise's It's Too Peoply badge. I think this one needs to come up a bit. I'm going to move that further up. Right, so I'm going to stick it there. And I think I'll just fill this with badges. That's my plan. Back in 2 minutes. Apologies. Now, where was I? Next are needle stoppers. I bought 3 sets of needle stoppers from Denise. I only have one set not in use at the moment. Now just take these out the wrapper so you can see. They're little Mickey Mouse ears. These, I need to find a project that don't have needle stoppers on them. I'm being really good so far. I think I might know a project. Need to find the hole. I think I know what project they're going on. The next one now, put the picture back up. As you'll see, I did buy stitch markers. Now, I don't have the stitch markers here. They're all on a project. When I show you my star flanket, I will show you all the stitch markers, because what I did was I specifically bought a whole ton of stitch markers for Denise so that I could specifically use it for my star flanket. Now you might think, right, so you bought a whole load of stitch markers for one project. However, I'll explain later why I bought as many as I did. So, that was them. The last thing that I got was this. Now, I will be completely honest, Denise gifted me this. She was making them up after I placed them at the order, and I was like, oh, one of them too. Because she was fixing them on Zoom, and I was like, yep. That's a lie. These are weighted. I could have done it. It was like one of everything. Actually, I think I did say one of everything. Except the stitch markers. Because I did say I was wanting 2 flumps. And 3 Red Bulls. So yeah. Now, this is a lovely wee tin. I love a tin. And it's got bulb markers in. These are not all the bulb markers. This is actually quite handy for sitting and collecting them when I'm doing projects, and also using them for putting stuff in. Now, I have linked down below Denise's Etsy shop. I will need to message Denise and find out if she's keeping the shop going or if she's taking all her stuff off Etsy and moving them on to Ko-fi. I would go for the Ko-fi link first, because shop owners on Ko-fi do not get charged nearly as much fees as what they're getting charged on Etsy. My lovely friend Alex from My Yarnia Corner, when she first started, Etsy withheld her payment for months. It wasn't just like, oh, we need to hold it for 30 days until it's been received. They held it for months. Now, for a small business, having your money held for no other reason than they're choosing to hold on to that money is scandalous. At that point, I stopped buying from Alex's Etsy shop. I would just say to Alex, look, these are the ones that I'm wanting. I'll PayPal you the money. To me, I understand that you're using a service on Etsy. However, having half the price of your product taken in fees, I personally think is scandalous. You didn't pay for the electricity to make that. You didn't put any time into making it. Why are you then taking half their fees? And what's even worse is taking half the postage. Now, I do it with everybody. Obviously, the Edinburgh delivery office is horrendous. When I order things, I will order it tracked so that I can know when it hits there, and it gives both myself and whoever I'm buying things from the protection that they can go back to Royal Mail and say, it's not been delivered, I want refunded for the cost. I do it with Mandy, I do it with Alex, and I do it with Denise. I ask them to send it tracked. Now, I'm more than happy to pay the extra to have it tracked. Plus the fact it comes quicker. Which is also a bonus. Not gonna lie. I don't mind paying the extra for that wee bit more protection. Postage is expensive. Why are you then taking a cut of the postage that they're making no money on? I think not. So, complete tangent. Sorry. I will find out for Denise whether she's still using Etsy or whether she's putting everything into the coffee shop. I will link both down below, just to be on the safe side. However, I will take one of them off when Denise lets me know which one it is. The next item coming in is not something I bought. It was something that was bought for me. So we have that. And it's upside down. Who knew? And we have that. And we have that. My lovely son bought these goodies for Mother's Day for me. Now, when I asked him for these, I had a specific project in mind. Unfortunately, I can no longer remember what that project was. So, I'm not going to show you them all. I'll show you one pack because it's a pain in the backside to get back in. So, look at them. They're teeny tiny nuggets. These are Catania. They're from Shakimere, the same folk that make Regia and I can't remember what else. These are 100% cotton. I think it's mercerised cotton. You get 20 grams or 50 metres in each of the little balls. Now, I bought these to make a blanket. I can no longer remember what the blanket was. And see this one here, that's not that neon. That's actually quite a light. It still looks neon, it's no neon at all. So, I need to go on and have a think about... See, this is the problem I have trying to get it to go back in. Right, we're back in. Yeah, so I've not quite decided on the project for this yet. It'll eventually come to me, but the work. And the other one is just 500 grams of the white. Plan was to use each of the wee nuggets and put the white in between. I now need to find a blanket to do it with because, yeah. That was 1,500 grams and 3,750 metres. Again, never bought it, it was a gift, so still not sorry. The next one, and this is the final coming in. My lovely friend Nancy, who is Kitty Scrapper on YouTube. Again, I'll leave links. We were on Zoom one night. I don't know how we got into the subject of Advents. I think we were just talking about Advents. And she happened to mention that she was planning on selling a partial Advent. She wasn't that enamoured with the colours. They just weren't her. And she's like, rather than having them sitting, I was like, oh, well, if you're selling it, let me know and I'll buy it. So I did. So, these are in 2 separate bags. I'll speak about them later. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's for one project. This is for another project. And I've washed my bag. So, these are some of them. Can you see them? I would take them out, but I've specifically hanged them off. I think you can pretty much see it. So that's one. And then there's that one. You can see. And she sent me them in a lovely Knit Pro Mindful bag. So I've got a couple left here. I think I've only got about 3 left. Yeah, I've got these 3 left that aren't going on a project. Mind you, I could. There is a project that I was thinking of that I might put them into. So in total there was 16 mini skeins. Now these are all 20 gram mini skeins. I think it's about 85 metres you get in each of them. So I purchased these. Now this is where it becomes shameful. Gram wise, I've only bought 860 grams. Metre wise, I have brought in 7,110 metres. It is what it is. I am not going to be all depressed because I've brought in that amount. As you can see, obviously, there is yarn coming from Denise. I did forget her cream egg yarn. Denise hasn't been too well lately and she's waiting on a yarn order coming in. To be honest, I'm not in any great rush for that. I do love a cream egg, not gonna lie. So, I'll just use that when it comes in. I'm getting better. I seem to be collecting WIPs, I'm not gonna lie. Right, I have a WIP issue. As you can see, the stuff for Mandy's on the needles. The stuff for Denise is lined up. I've got the pattern picked out. I'll speak about them and lined up, what I'm planning on doing with them. The 3 mini skeins, I'll either make scrappy socks with them or I'll just stick them in my scrappy projects. I do want to thank Nancy for the opportunity to buy that from her. Absolutely love the colours. That's what I've purchased. All the shops will be linked down below. Other podcasts will be linked down below. Yeah. Now on to some finished objects. If you remember in the last podcast, I had been working on the Nightfall Shawl by Aklori Designs. Absolutely love the pattern. All the negative talk I am about to do has nothing to do with Lori or her pattern. Her pattern is lovely. Fantastic knit. It's no knit, it's crochet. Fantastic project from start to finish. Absolutely loved it. However, the yarn was a colossal pain in my backside. I will show you it. This is it here. This is the Nightfall Shawl. It's massive. By Aklori Designs. I don't think the original shawl is meant to be as big as what I made it. This right here was where I was the last time I showed you it. As the ladies of Zoom can attest, I moaned from there all the way up to there. This stitch marker is just marking where the centre stitch is. Whereas the marker down here, where is that there? The marker there was where I was before I blocked it. Actually, this has been blocked. I don't actually think this has been blocked, to be honest. The yarn looks lovely. It really does look wonderful. Apologies for the door. I'll show you. Can you see that? I do love the finished object. The yarn, however, is... This is how much I have left. Now, can I unravel this and I will show you the issue I was having. This was a nightmare to work with. As you'll see, it's just strands. Right, I don't know where the end is. The end is somewhere. I'll find an end. Might not be the end, but it's an end. Right. So this is what I was working with. That's it. It's not plied at all. It is 4 strands, well, 3 strands of thread, and that's the sparkly bit. Right, so that's what I was working with. Honestly, it was a complete and utter nightmare. This was literally what was happening as I was pulling it out. Now, this came as a cake about that size. By the time I was finished, it was about 2 foot long. It was huge. The running joke every time I went on Zoom was, look how much it's grown now. It wasn't fun to work with. I don't think pulling it for the inside, albeit it tells you to pull it for the inside, I don't think pulling it for the inside works for it because it just collapses in the middle and then it just starts elongating out. I can finally put that in the bin. I had 2 grams left. No, I had 0.2 a gram left. No, I had under a gram, sorry, left. So I managed to use 991.72 metres to make this. It's absolutely massive. Oh, I've left my thingies in there. I did buy other stuff from Mandy. This is massive. It's massive. So that's it there. I do like stuff up around my neck. It also works, I'm trying not to strangle myself, as an actual shawl. It'll look better once I block it because it will grow. I've just not had the time or the inclination to block it. See? The eyelets will open up once I block it properly. I've even put down what the yarn is. I think it was like 98% acrylic and 2% that silvery stuff. I used a 5mm Tunisian, a 5mm Knit Pro Symphony Tunisian hook. The pattern's lovely. You can purchase it on Laurie's PayHip account. It's rough. It's $6.50 in American, which normally works at about £5.40-ish pounds. I will leave a link to it down below in the description box. Absolutely love it. And it's off the needles and I don't have to work with the horrific yarn anymore. I may possibly at some point, if I can get my hands on 2 skeins from either Mandy or Alex, I think I'll have a look and see if either Mandy, Danny Mandy, Alex or Denise, and I'll maybe make another one in actual merino. Yeah. So that is my first finished object. I'm doing well, people, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy with myself, and I need so many in. So my next finished object is the Cover Your Plans by Martina. Behm. I have put there was a whole thing. Right, this, I got a bit too increasy. So it's a bit big for my notebook. So what I've done is I've added a little snap-on, and now my notebook cover is a bit wonky. Has a flap notebook. This is where I keep all my WIPs. 2 seconds, I'm about to shout at the dog. I've got all my projects in here. Well, it's just a list of the projects that I've got in here. Yes, I've got a list of all my projects. We've got blankets, socks, shawls and cowls, garments, and other stuff. So, and I've got a very fancy cover for my notebook. I'm going to apologise for this being quite choppy. Patch has been a nightmare, and what was he told? It doesn't help that Andrew has decided to leave his bedroom door open. This was where I was last time. Are we on the wonk? This is where I was last time. I have finished this. Now, for here, I think, actually it was that way. You do the rest of the increases, then you go up, and then at this point, you're just working backwards and forwards, closing this up. This was actually a really nice pattern to knit on. I just used scraps. This one was West Yorkshire Spinners, Silent Night. This stripe, that stripe, and those 4 stripes were just leftover yarns that I had in my stash. So yeah. I used 34.12 grams of yarn, and that was 136.48 meters. Obviously, you can do it regardless of what size the notebook is. Obviously, Martina does tell you how it's constructed. So basically, you come along, increasing along this edge until you get to the end of your book. Then she'll tell you to continue, do this next part where you continue up for the height of your book, and then she'll tell you how to finish off top. So yeah, I can see more of these in my future, not right now. I will say, not right now. But I can see me making more of these because these are actually quite nice. So, that's that one. Oh, the Cover Your Plans is a free pattern on Ravelry. Again, I'll leave them, all the details linked down below. Next, that's what I need to remember to leave myself a note on, because I will need to get all my make-alongs. The Cover Your Plans is going to be entered into the hashtag Take It Easy Mal, being run by the lovely Danny and Alex over at My Yarny Corner. Leave details to that down below. It's basically make something that you find relaxing. This was pretty easy when I picked it up and actually worked on it. My next finished subject, and there's 2, is what I've been calling my Sally Advent Socks. Now, this yarn I was gifted by my lovely friend Sally. At Christmas we did a swap. It was like a Secret Santa. And This is the yarn that I got gifted from Sally. Now these make my feet look massive. Literally just... How pretty do they look? Now, I've not woven mine, and I will get them done just before I give them a wash. But how pretty are these? Look. That worked out better when I was doing it in the round as opposed to on the feet where I had to keep skipping them. This is... It would help if I wasn't rattling stitch markers off the table either. This yarn is from Spin and Blether. That's the card there. This is, I hope it was the right way around, Spin and Blether 24 Stripe Advent yarn 2022. And this yarn is called Jolly Hollybobs. Comes in a wee bag. Now, you get 2 approximately 67 gram balls. This is how much that I've got left, each of them. One is going to my Advent swap partner. Doesn't matter if they see it because I don't know who they are. And by the time they get it, they'll know it's me. And the other one I'm just going to put in my scrappy projects. I have used... Now, for the toes and the cuffs, sorry for the rustling, I used this, which is the Stylecraft Head Over Heels in the Rudolph colour. Sorry there's no ball band. We've been through this before. Patch at it. It's a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. So I just did it for the toes and the cuff on both. Now, where was I the last time you saw it? Last time you saw it, I was here. So I was literally just finishing off the integrated tail by Ailbíona McLochlainn. Again, I'll leave links for all this down below. The integrated tail is my preferred heel. It looks so pretty. Yeah. Loved it. I've got 2. So I had one on the front and one in the back. So they marked the same place, and I just kept going until I got bored, basically. I did 8 inches from the turn. So that's about 8 inches to there. And then I added the cuff on. The cuff, I did 15 rounds a 2x2 rib. Just to finish it off. And yeah, got a pair of socks. This is the first pair of socks finished for Christmas. Although the March prompt was daffodils. Yeah, daffodils. These can still be entered because they're a finished pair of socks. Albeit they're Christmas. I'm getting in there early, people. These were on the needles for the beginning of the year. I'm glad they're off. I can now take all my 101 stitch markers out. I didn't follow a pattern. I just done slip stitches whenever the colour changed, which worked out better on the leg as it did on the foot, because I kept having to skip bits. No, that's not the foot. Where's the foot? There's the foot. Yeah, so every second one, obviously, when it joined, like here, when that new colour started, I didn't bother putting the slip stitches in. Obviously the slip stitches are in the leg. Not that anybody's going to be close enough to me to see it. That's my point. I used 78.28 grams or 273.98 meters. I am really happy. I can take my stitch markers out. I forgot to show these. These are the other things that I got for Mandy. Dave has started doing leatherwork stuff for Mandy's shop. So I've got bracelets or shawl cuffs. Did I show that last time? I can't remember. I don't think I did. I genuinely cannot remember if I showed them the last time. If not, I know there is none in the shop at the moment. Dave is, I think it's next week. I'm pretty sure it was next week that Mandy says that they're going to get more leather. The spinning leather is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. As I said, you get two. It's approximately 67 grams. And that's normally about 350 metres per 100 grams. Modifications, as I've said before, for heels, I normally use the integrated heel from the Basic Socks with Integrated Heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. Again, I'll leave links down below. And with any luck, I will remember to put these into Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. Again, I'll leave links down below. Is there anything else? Sorry for the tinkling. I'm filling my stitch marker tin up. I don't think so. So far this month, I doubt very much. It's 29th, as I said. I don't think I'm going to be finishing anything in the next couple of days. So the totals for this month will be 362.33 grams or 1,402.18 meters. I am very, very happy with what I finished. That's 3 finished objects this month. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm finally getting stuff finished. As you're aware, I normally do a StashSmash every year. This year my goal is to craft 25,000 metres in 2023. So far this year I have crafted 3,949.2 metres. So far this month I have completed 1,402.18 metres, which brings my total this month to 5,341.38 metres. Now, I need to craft at least 2,000 metres a month. Is that right? 3, so before quarters. Which means each quarter I need to craft 6,250 metres. Did I do it this month? I'm slightly short this month. To be honest, I'm not really that bothered. I'm chipping away, which is the most important part. Coming in is a nightmare. The previous incoming was 9,765 metres. My obsession with yarn has brought in 7,110 metres, which means in 3 months I've brought in 16,875 metres. Oops. That's no great. Might need to calm that back a bit. Or not. Let's be honest. If I see yarn, I like it, I've got the money for it, I'm going to buy it. To target, that means that I am 19,648.62 metres, which I'm no that worried about. I have crocheted so far this year 991.72 metres, which is the Nightfall shawl. Knitting, I have completed 4,359.66 metres. So that's quite good. I've not spun anything this year and I've not woven anything this year. So might need to get my finger I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2023. I am sitting at 7 projects, which, again, I'm not overly concerned about. So that means that I'm at 24%. What was the word I was looking for? Yeah, it's not horrendous. It's not fantastic either, let's be honest. I'm not going to be, once I've finished something, I'm starting something else, because I need to get the WIPs done a bit, because I think I'm sitting at 25 projects. I'm sitting at 22 projects. Isn't it fantastic? Because I just seem to be collecting WIPs, and I'm wanting to start getting stuff off the needles. Do I ever think my needles are ever going to be clear? No, I like to have a variety. Unfortunately, I seem to be in a blanket kick right now, so yeah, that's not great. Yeah, collecting WIPs is my new hobby. I'm just going to keep collecting WIPs. I will just cast everything on and just never finish anything. My first WIP, I am blaming Mandy from Mouse's Makes, who is blaming Karen from Recreational Knitting. So technically, Karen, it's your fault for this project, because if you hadn't given it to Mandy, I wouldn't have went, oh, that's amazing, and cast it on. So, if you remember that one, we have that one, and we have, what was that one? That one, and this one. Right, so these are my 4 colours. They're all Mouse Switch yarns. They're all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres, itchy nose, and a yarn for good measure. They are all 400 metres in 100 grams. We have rainy day, April showers, after the rain, and then sun. These are going to be, I meant to show you the right side. Let me see that. This is the Eyelet Burst Shawl by Stephen West. I know, I'm obsessed. I won't admit how much money I spent on Stephen West patterns. This is the start of it. Now, the lovely Mandy from Mouse's Makes on Zoom, how did we go into the subject of it? Can't remember how we got into the subject here, but she said that obviously Karen had gifted her the pattern, and now she's obsessed with it, and she's like, it is really, really easy. Now, I have worked on this for a day and a bit. I cast it on during Zoom last Thursday. I think it might have been last Thursday. I cast that on because Friday all I worked on was socks. And this is how much I've done. I am obsessed. So I do this for X amount of rows. Then I stripe in these two for X amount of rows. Then I do X amount of rows in this. Then I stripe in these two. This one comes off, and I just work in this for X amount of rows. Then I'm adding this. And it's going to be awesome. Rainy day, April showers, after the rain, and the sun. It's good, awesome. Absolutely fantastic. The Stephen West patterns is £6, it's not £6, it's €6 on Ravelry, or it's about £5.55ish on Ravelry, or you can purchase it from the West Knits website. I am just going to keep working on this. I am using a 3.5mm Drops Classic needle on, excuse me, on a 100-inch cord. Is that 100? No, it is. It's a 100-inch cord. On a 100-inch cord. I'm just going to keep working away at it. It is like really, really simple to work on. And now I can shift this marker up here out the road. So yeah, really, really enjoyable pattern. I am no longer needing to look at the pattern. I do still have it up when I'm working on it, but it's just so that I know how many rows I'm needing to do. So hopefully by the next time you see it, I'll be on the second colour. Is there anything else? I'm hoping to definitely have this finished by June, so that I can enter it into the My Yarny Corner hashtag Take It Easy Make Along, because that couldn't get any simpler if you tried. It is literally, what was it got in it? Knit stitches and yarn overs. That's it. And then slip stitches, because you have to slip 3 at the end, on either end, to make the I-cord. So yeah, it is a really, really enjoyable knit. If you're wanting to make a Stephen West pattern that is really, really simple, I would definitely suggest either this one or the Boneyard, which isn't that complicated either. That's pretty much, it's, what's the Boneyard got in it? I think that's got purl stitches in it. Knitting purls, that's about it. It's before I became obsessed with I-cords and I-cord bind-offs. No, I do want to thank Mandy though for letting me know how easy this one is, because I am thoroughly enjoying this knit. So that's my first WIP. We might be a teeny weeny bit Stephen West heavy. As I said, obsessed. So, first WIP. My next WIP is not a Stephen West. The next one I am in love with. Obviously, I finished the socks. Did I start this after the socks? Yes, I did. Because I finished the Nightfall shawl, then I finished the Cover Your Plans. Next on the list was Sally's Advent socks. They're not for Sally, they're for me. So the next thing that I decided that I was going to try and finish is this. It looks awesome. Oh, look how pretty that looks. Wait a minute. I've got yarn bar everywhere. I will apologise for all the bruises. Problem of having a cabbage liver, you tend to bruise easy. How awesome does that look? That is that bright, and so is that. And that is awesome. Look at that, it's pretty. Love that. That is, I can't remember what that is. What is that? It's a Rusty Ferret. Flaming Heart. This is the Festive Cheer Cowl by Yarnia Designs. I am making no modifications to this. I'm just doing it as the pattern is written. I am, however, doing the large cowl, which means I need to do 24 of these sections. Well, I don't need to do 23 and a half, because I've already done half of one. The plan is to do either a self-striping or variegated yarn followed by a solid or a tonal, and just keep going up. So we have Drops Fable, Rusty Ferret, Drops Fable, West Yorkshire Spinners. Have no idea, it was given to me by a woman up the road. That's I don't think that's a Rusty Ferret. I think that might have been for the woman up the road as well. This is a West Yorkshire Spinners. This is possibly Peony. These were actually socks for Ryan. This is... I don't know. It's definitely not that one. I'm not 100% sure what that is. It's no Rusty Ferret. That's Drops Fable. That's from My Yarny Corner. I wonder if that's in My Yarny Corner. That might be for My Yarny Corner, to be honest with you. That... no idea. This is Rusty Ferret. That is James C. Brett. That... I'm not sure. Oh, actually, this, I'm pretty sure this one. No, it's no. I was going to say that could have been John Arban, but my face isn't burning, so clearly not. Is that one John Arban? No, that's not John Arban either. That one I think might be a Rusty Ferret. This one is definitely the Rusty Ferret, and I'm about to start another one, which is Rusty Ferret. Is it? Yep. This one is called Flyby. It's got speckles in it. I really need to stop rubbing my face on wool. And in between, Drops Fable in black. Absolutely love this pattern. I was going to knit on it, but I can't because I need to do jiggly pokery bits. So yeah, I have done, I'm on number 16. I've done 16 and a half, so I just need another 5. I am hoping by the next time that I podcast this will be finished, because I'm making a concerted effort to get this done. I'm just going to keep working on it. It's an easy TV knit, because you literally have, is it 6, maybe 7 rows where you actually do something, and that's at this bit. And then you've just got a chunk of knitting. So, yeah. Loving it all. Needle stoppers from Denise. Because I did say I was going to show you the needle stoppers when I come to them. So yeah, that is my second project. My next WIP. This is not fun times. These are the February socks. This is not the second sock. This is still the first one. I don't know what it is about this pattern. I am just not enjoying it at all. Love the yarn. And I'm that sadistic. I think it's like the 101 stitch markers. I don't know what it is about this pattern. I just don't want to knit it. I don't know if it's because I know once I finish this, I have to start again. Now, I wouldn't have said that I suffered from second sock syndrome, because I don't. I'm enjoying the yarn. The yarn is absolutely gorgeous. And I found the tag. It's My Switch Yarns. It is the Year of Yarn for February. Can't get this yarn anymore because it was the February colour. As you can see, haven't even started the second sock. I think I'm going to have to pull on my big girl pants and just get on with it. I think what I might do is every morning I'll work on it for an hour. I'm not allowed to work on anything else until I've done an hour on this. This was where I was the last time you saw it. So I have done a fair chunk and I've done the heel. I don't want to say it's the pattern because there isn't actually anything wrong with the pattern. It's definitely not the yarn because I love the yarn and I want these socks. I just don't know what it is. Now, normal people will be screaming at the screen going, if you don't like them, rip them out and knit something you do like. However, I've done a load and I'm too far gone. So, my plan is I am not going to be allowed to knit on anything else until I've done at least an hour on these so that I can get them finished. The thing is, I do like them though. The pattern is lovely. I don't know if I said, these are the library socks by the Kitchen Sink shop. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. It would help if I put it where you could see it. They're lovely. They are nice. I don't know why. I just won't work on them. I am using a 2.25mm higher sharp. I think it's because I'm doing them one at a time. One at a time is not my preference for sock. I do genuinely prefer doing 2 at a time socks and preferably toe up. I'm not opposed to doing cuff down. I do find the foot a bit of a slog, if I'm being honest. These were done toe up. The leg on, I don't know if it is just genuinely, I'm just not feeling socks right now. Because I'm pretty sure the ladies of Zoom would say that I pretty much moaned my way up this leg. Obviously, I'd done these toe up, I'd done the foot, had finished the heel off, was working on the leg, and I kept looking, going, got to the next stride, and So I genuinely don't know if it is just a case of I'm not enjoying working on socks, but I'm forcing myself. I want 12 pairs of socks. So, February socks, I will need to get my finger out and work on them. And I am going to find where I put that tag. Tag's back in the bag. We'll see. I might surprise myself and have a finished pair of socks by the next time I podcast. I wouldn't hold my breath. Purely because being dead doesn't suit me. My next project in my lovely penguin bag that was gifted to me from the amazing Mandy from Mouse's Makes, whose podcast is up because I just got a notification, is my stuff blanket, which you can't see because it's on the world's smallest needles. So, does that work? Kinda. Section 1, section 2, that isn't brown, that's grey. Kinda looks browny. And people, have a look at my brioche. It's a bit wonky. I don't care. My other side isn't as bad actually. This side's not too bad. But I've done brioche. Now, as promised, stitch markers. Wait a minute to find my beginning of the round. So, from Denise. Denise is having issues getting these replaced If you want, I'll leave link to Janice's YouTube channel. However, she has said that she's going to be making wooden ones that's going to have different fonts. But again, love them. So, dear designs, my little snow globes, dear designs, my tin, rattling off a cup, tin of Red Bull, dear designs, my marshmallow for Americans, flumps for everybody else. Love it. And my needle stops from the lovely Sarah, which is my penguins. And more. Another tin of Red Bull. Another flump. Another bubble. Red Bull. And then my beginning of the round. So, on the increases of the shawl, I'll stick a picture in so you know what I'm talking about. On the increases, I have a stitch marker. On the decreases, which is here, I have two bulb markers. So when I'm knitting and I know I come to a stitch marker, that's the increase. When I come to do bulb markers, that's the decrease. And when I come to the beginning of the round, which is here somewhere, there we go, the beginning of the round, I then pick up the other colour and start again. So, I've done brioche. Do I think it's the nicest looking thing I've ever done? Meh. That's alright. I had ripped back the brioche chevron blanket, which is literally this, but flat. Once I've done this, I'm going to go back and restart the brioche chevron blanket. Now that I know what I'm doing. Because it is really, really, really simple. This is a lot easier now than what it was in the Starflake. I'm not having to turn it. I'm literally just going round. So, yeah, I've done brioche. And it doesn't look horrendous. It doesn't look fantastic either. I will admit, it doesn't look fantastic. But it is not looking absolutely shocking. I have a couple. I've got a fair few repeats to do. This does take a bit more concentration. I don't think I'm at the stage where I do it on Zoom yet. But once this is blocked, I think that's going to look awesome. And that is my Starflake. We have the white. These are all Stylecraft Special DK. White is 1001, which is white. The black is 1002, which is black. The grey, which is this one here, is 1063, which is graphite. And this one, this, the red, is 1010, which is Matador. They are all 100% acrylic. They are all 295 metres in 100 grams. I am using a 4mm Drops Classic. The brioche part will be getting entered into the My Yarny Corner hashtag Test Your Limits make along. Again, I'll leave links down below. Yeah, this is a really, really nice knit. Now, if any of the ladies on Zoom were here to tell you, the star flanket I didn't, the star flake didn't overly enjoy. It's an alright knit. It went on a bit. Did get really, really ticked off that I never done the brioche in that I just done the garter stitch. The option was going to be, if I couldn't get this to work, I would have done the garter stitch version. This isn't horrendous. It does take a wee bit of concentration, and if you are going to be doing the brioche, what I would suggest you do is make sure all the way around your stitch count is correct. Where was it? On the 5th one, which would have been round about here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. This section here, I had not enough stitches at this point, so it knocked my brioche off. At this end, when I came back to do the last section, I had, was it 3 or 4 extra stitches on this section? So I don't exactly know what I've done. I don't think I've bound it off right. I did go fudge it a wee bit. I figured out where I hadn't increased at this end of the blanket, and at this end I just rammed in some extra decreases, and it's, you can't tell too badly. There's some sort of wonk going on there. So yeah. And I've wove my ends in as I've went, which means that once this is blocked, I am going to be able to just snip, snip, snip. This, my chocolate milkshake, shows where I was last time. So I've done all this section and now I'm into the brioche. I will move this up. So yeah, the Star Flanket McLochlainn is running until the 31st of December. On the next podcast, I will be picking the first quarter prizes. So make sure, if you are going to be making along, make sure that you have put in either a progress picture, your yarn picture, whatevs. I'll be able to pick winners. Yeah. Star Flanket is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can purchase it from the West Knits website. It is either €6 or about £5.55-ish. Next project. My next project, again, another Stephen West. Okay, that's seriously weird. I'm sitting on it. My next project is actually wrong way round. Try doing the right way round. Is the Fragmentation Shawl by Stephen West. Again, this is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is €6, sorry, or £5.55-ish. Or you can buy the entire ebook, which I think is 7 or 8 shawls, 6 or 7 shawls, can't remember, it's a book. That is €36 or £33.33 in pounds. Yeah, so pictures back. This was where I was the last time I showed it, and I need to show this off because it's so pretty. My front disc. Again, this is from Dear Designs. I have Nero stoppers, again from Dear Designs. Denise's shop will be linked down below. Am I showing you? seen this bit and I thought it was an end. I thought I'd put my end on the wrong end. So, I'm here. I might need to take these two sections. Actually, I think what I might have to do is take it back to there. I have far too many stitches on this for the section that I'm on. Now, I have, as I normally do, I write down all, when I'm having issues with stitch counts, I write it out, put the increases in, and then I can keep track of where I'm going wrong. Sorry, I missed two. I think what I'm going to do is I'll need to check the next couple of sections and see if it's the same. If it is going to be the same, then what I'll do is I'll highlight these numbers to show that they've been done, and then on the next one I'll just add it as a PDF onto the pattern. Because I use Knit Companion, it lets me add additional pages on, so I'll do that, and then that way I can score it off. Yeah, loving this. This is an easy knit. I have done 16. Is it 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, I've done 16. You do 21 stripes. It's quite big. It's getting quite big. However, I do love a big seamless shawl. I am weaving Stephen on the back. So once this has been blocked, I'll then go back and just snip, 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 snip. Very enjoyable. Yeah, scatter stitch. It's not that difficult. Again, so Mouse Witch yarns in the colourway Hyacinth. So that's this one here. B, which is this one here, is Mouse Witch yarns in the colourway Mother's Day Bouquet. Love it. I'm going to stick these back in. As I said, this one, Leave It, is from my friend Sarah, who is the Fibre Sanctuary. Sarah doesn't have a shop, however she does have pretty ball bands, or belly bands, or whatever. This doesn't have a colourway, I'm just calling it Sarah's Lovely. And so that is my C. D is For the Love of Yarn. This colourway is called Lorn. Is it Steak Lorn or Lorn Steak? Steak Lorn. Which, if you're Glaswegian, it's square sausage. So that is this one. That is that colour here, which I'm loving. Can you stop eating my plant? Stop it. So that's that one. That's a gift from my friend Heather. This loveliness is from Dear Designs. It is called Bright Pumpkin from Denise. Are you done? Can you lie down? Or you're going to get put in puppy jail? Your choice. Make better decisions. So that's the Bright Pumpkin. Colour F is this loveliness. And this, yeah, this is Cocktail Hour by My Yarny Corner. Absolutely love it. So that's this one here. That's Cocktail Hour. And the final one, which is this one, again, is Mouse Witch Yarns. And this one was a gift from Mandy for Christmas. It's called Caroline. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is what I call my friend's fragmentation shawl, because it is using yarns gifted to me or bought from friends. It's stunning. It's a wee bit out there, but I don't care. It's stunning. And that is my final Stephen West shawl in this podcast. I'm not going to say it's going to be my final one ever, because I may have possibly bought another book and 4 other patterns. So, yeah, I did that. I am using a 3.75mm high sharp. Luckily enough, I can move them, because it's just wee sections. I can use a 16-inch circular, and you're just knitting backwards and forwards and jiggery pokery every couple of ends. Auntie Mandy's watching. Auntie Mandy seen that? Are you going to say sorry to Auntie Mandy for chewing on her bag that she very lovingly made your mum? Can you stop licking my arm? Stop it. Don't lick. Or my face. Say sorry to Auntie Mandy. Say sorry, Auntie Mandy, I'm a naughty, naughty puppy. The plan is, if I can get that done by the end of June, I'm planning on sticking it in. The plan will be to put it into the My Yarny Corner hashtag Take It Easy Mal, which runs until the 1st of June. So, my final WIP was started, and this is for that McLochlainn as well. Yeah. Look at me go. My final WIP is this. This is the Special Stripy Blanket by Julia Marsh. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is all done in Stylecraft Special Chunky. Now, I'm making a slight modification to this. The pattern calls for a 6mm needle. I'm not using a 6mm needle, I'm using a 5. I did not like the fabric at all. By the time I block that, it's going to be quite big. I'm not needing a huge blanket. I just need something to put on my legs. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it on the 5mm. I have officially, I think, how many colours do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 6 colours, and the 7th colour is used in this part. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I've done a full repeat of the stripes. I am going to continue to work on it. I did do Mandy's suggestion of, rather than weaving the ends in, leave a wee fringe. Now, the plan is going to be to cut that down so that they're all the same length. And then what I'll do is I'll just unravel like so. I'll just do that. I'll do that all the way down, and then that will give me a bigger fringe. So it doesn't look random with like just 2 threads hanging. So we have, this is parchment, which is, all of these are Stylecraft Special Chunky. They are all 100% acrylic. You get 144 meters and 100 grams. This is shade 1218, which is parchment. The next one is this one, and that is pistachio, which is 1822. The next one is pale rose, which is this one, which is 1080. This one is 1722, which is storm blue. This one is 1709, which is gold. This one is 1725, which is sage. And the last one isn't that bright. It is 1083, which is pomegranate. I am using a 5mm Knit Pro Zing, and I have absolutely no idea what size of cord that's on. It's probably a 32 inch. Yeah. This is a really, really easy knit. This didn't actually take me all that long to do. I still think that should have been 2 rows, but never mind. And I think I might actually check to see if it is 2 rows, because it wouldn't be like me not to do the pattern right. Yeah, so you only do 1 row. But only better 2. Just saying. Is there anything else? I'll leave a link to the pattern down below. That one, I don't know if you can get that anywhere else. I know, I was going to say you got the pattern. Or did I get the pattern with the warehouse? I'm not 100% sure if you got the pattern on Ravelry or whether you got it through the warehouse. Because it was a kit that I'd bought. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep knitting away on this, and it'll be finished when it's finished. Because apparently I need 15 blankets, apparently. As I was saying earlier, the first project that I've got lined up will be the April socks for Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. I'll leave details. And it's going to be this one, which is stunning. Again, this is the year of yarn for April. I am planning on making the Rye Light socks by Tin Can Knits. I'll stick a picture in. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's part of the, is it the Simple collection, where you get the flax light, I don't think you get flax light is part of the collection. There's like a whole thing. Yeah, these are going to be my April socks. That's going to be my plan. I'm going to get this skeined up once I've finished this, and I'm going to get them cast on. The plan is going to be to do them 2 at a time. Now, the pattern's written for cuff down with a heel flapping gusset, I'm sure. What I'll do is toe up with an integrated heel. I know I like the integrated heel. The heel comes from the Basic Socks with Integrated Heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. I keep saying it. Favourite heel. Love it. So that's going to be my plan. And I think what I'll do is I will work the 2 of them rather than splitting the ball off. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knit for either end. I do yarn manage quite well. Obviously I will turn it so that it's not getting all tangled. So it'll be fine. So that's my first new cast on. The next 2 are more plans that I've got for the yarn, rather than the minute I finish something I'm going to cast it on. The first one is, now I need to count this one. So for these, it'll be like a fade. So I think that one needs to move to this side. And sorry for the crinkles, but needs must. So for this, now this is the Advent that I bought from Nancy. For that, I'll stick a picture in. I am planning on making the forage shawl by Helen Stewart. It is £6 on Ravelry for just the forage shawl pattern, or it's £18 if you buy the Knit 2020 ebook. Now, I bought the Knit last year, so it's 6.5 dozen. I've already bought it. I may as well do more than the anthology go from it. So I've done, these are the 7, because it takes 7 20-gram skeins. These are the 7 colours that I've chosen. That'll be the first colour, then that, then that, then that, possibly that one, then that one, then that one. So yeah, I think it's going to look stunning. It is a lace design and it's done in garter, so that'll be cast on at some point. The next project, again, is another Helen Stewart pattern, and it's still from the Knit book. Again, this pattern's £6, or if you buy the ebook, it's £18. And it is the Oddments Cowl by Helen Stewart. I'll stick a picture in again. This is basically the forage shawl and a cowl. And the colours I'm planning on using are, do it that way, this. So it'll be that, then that, then that. That one, then that one, then that one. Can you see? Obviously, you'll get a better picture when I actually start making it. So that's the plan for both of them. Now, is there anything else that I was needing to speak to you about? I don't think so. This is possibly, I'm going to try and cut it down, and I do apologise, it's long again. Part of me saying to go back to weekly, just to cut it down a bit. I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to try and keep podcasting regularly. Obviously, it was supposed to be every 2 weeks, but this should have been recorded on Friday. Got set up, put my iPad on, plugged in the microphone, and realised I was sitting at 5%. There's a thing. So I'm going to try and get back. I'll see how this. I probably won't do weekly for starting for this week. It'll probably be about a week and a half. Because what I'll maybe do is start not this Friday, but the following Friday. And record. And then I should even myself up. So that's the plan. I have had blood taken. I'm going to be sporting a lovely bruise. It's just coming up. Despite the fact that before I went, I've been drinking all morning. I've been drinking like a fish, just so I'm hydrated. But for whatever reason, they can't take. I'm getting hard. I think it's because I'm getting so much blood taken. They did struggle. She had a right good route about. Eventually snagged it. And now my entire arm, it feels like a brick. There's a lump under my skin and it's like a brick. And it hurts. I need to stop pressing it. Liver function's still the same. It is not coming down at all. Still waiting to hear back for the hospital. I might be waiting a while. Anything else? Andrew's fine. Andrew's working away. Might have ordered a new phone. and some earbuds and a new tablet and an Apple Pencil. Yeah, I went spendy this afternoon. I have upgraded my iPad, so I'll be able to, rather than sticking pictures in now, which takes forever, I'll be able to show you on my iPad, because I've got two. Well, I've not got two, I've got one at the moment. By tomorrow I'll have two. So I'll have a personal iPad and I'll have a business iPad. Getting new broadband tomorrow. We are getting more up. Our broadband has been upgraded to fibre broadband. So apparently we're going to get faster speeds. So I'll no longer be able to say that our broadband is just that one stage up for dial-up. With any luck, it should be like a normal, what everybody else's speeds got. Let's not forget that we're not going to get super fast broadband. We're just going to get faster broadband. So that's happening tomorrow. Yeah, Ryan's still working. Arya's doing fine. Patch is a nightmare. Some lucky friend's going to find a puppy at their door. That's what I need to do. I need to contact the puppy trainer. We have signed up with a puppy trainer for both Arya and Patch. They're a local charity. They're going to work with all of us. Arya to help with the nervousness. Patch because he's a demon dog. And he's hit the stage. Patch's training so far has been brilliant. He can sit, he gives you a paw, gives you a high five, he does kisses. What else does he do? I'm just trying to get him to play dead. That's hilarious. Command wise, he's great. What he's not great on is any sort of affection that is shown towards me. He gets quite nippy. So if Ryan gives me a kiss before he goes out to his work, one of us are getting bitten. Normally it's Ryan. This morning he went to bite Ryan, missed Ryan, and literally grabbed a hold of my hair and pulled it. That's the other thing, he keeps pulling my hair. If I'm on Zoom and he falls asleep and I don't notice that he's woke up, he will come on and start pulling at the back of my hair for me to give him attention. Biting at Ryan, I don't know what his problem is with Ryan, but he's starting to get quite nippy with Ryan. He's just a nightmare. The dog is a complete and utter nightmare. 9 times out of 10, he's a nightmare. There is that odd time where he's like now, he's all curled up and he's all sleeping, and it's like, oh, you're so cute. Then his eyes wake, then he opens his eyes and it's like, yeah, you're no that cute. You're a nightmare. So, tangent. What else? Zooms. We have now switched to British summer times. So, for the lovely Zoom ladies who are not in the UK, you might want to check your times. We have gone forward an hour. So, I think the Americans, they've went forward. I think it's just Australia that hasn't caught up yet. That'll be later on this month. So yeah. Zooms are 8 PM British summer time on a Wednesday or a Friday morning at 11 AM. Zoom is free, just to let you know. You don't get charged for joining Zoom. I pay for Zoom and that lets me have, I think it's 500 people in a room. If you are interested in joining Zoom, message me on Instagram. I will give you the room ID and passcode and you can join. New members are always welcome. We do have a right good laugh. Zoom hosts are not held responsible for any spontaneous buying of yarn or patterns or bullying you into making Steve Meshawls. because you've decided that everybody needs to stay miserable. We don't bully people. I was joking, we do not bully people. We may encourage. Lots. We do have a right good laugh. The Zoom ladies have made the last wee while very, very tolerable. We do have a good bunch of ladies. Is there anything else? I think that's everything. I need to pack all this up and put it away because Mr. Bark will be coming in from work soon and he will want his seat back. I need to take pictures and then I need to edit this, or at least start editing it. Yeah, that's it. So apart from that, that's it. Life is going well-ish. Yeah, and I have been informed by Mandy that the new second week of Advents are due this weekend. I will need to send her the money tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure Alex's update is sometime soon. So there's going to be more yarn, people. The Advents you'll not see until December. But apart from that, yeah. Is there anything else? Don't think so. I think that's everything. If you do have any questions or anything, leave a comment down below. You can contact me on Instagram. I think my Gmail account is down below. Yeah. Sorry, Patches decided to wake up and be a nightmare and chew on my socks. I may have to kill him. So yeah, I hope you have a very crafty few weeks and I will see you back here again shortly. Bye!